Ripple XRP coin. So today we have the currency reset that we're going to be talking about and how you will be able to prepare for this. As we know, in terms of holding the dollar, the pound or the euro, that is the traditional way of holding assets, but we are now moving into other forms of money such as your cryptocurrency. We are also going to be having a look at an update that David Schwartz has provided with us for the XRPL AMM and the voting threshold, as well as it has now gone below that limit, and of course the price action of XRP coin today. So all I ask from you are two things, which is to smash that like button and to subscribe to the channel as well. So let's have a look at this from Black Swan Capitalist. We have over here the currency reset is inching closer every day, yet many are still in denial, and you need to break free from the dollar-centric mindset. And I can definitely show you that this message is within good reason. It is not a fear tactic at all. It's basically just telling you that you need to be diversifying your assets and your portfolio on what you hold. Do not get left behind. And so position yourself for where money's heading. Think physical assets like gold, silver, and digital currencies such as XRP and XLM. I mean, if you remember before, back in 2017 and 2018, a lot of people didn't even know about cryptocurrency and they weren't even trading it. As of now, we currently have 450 million active users around the world, where we have an 8 billion population that are using cryptocurrency. So we still have 7.5 billion people that are not actively using crypto. And so this is a message for everyone to diversify your assets. Let's take a look at this.
Spend the money now, get it out of your bank account while you still can, quickly and easily, and try and bring your balances down to a level where you're not going to be too worried if they tell you you're bottlenecked and you can't move it into the new currency.
You mean money in the bank, correct? Don't keep too much in the bank.
Yes, exactly. If we have a reset, we have a crisis, and suddenly they close the doors and they say the whole economy is run on the central bank digital currency, but you're bottlenecked. You can't now move the old currency into the new one. The old currency is effectively either defunct today or it's going to be withering away. You want to have less of that old currency left, or whatever they don't convert for you.
I mean, this is obviously very concerning when it comes to the old currency, which is a currency that we are using right now. And so he's basically saying that you want to have less money in the bank. But in general, when it comes to investing, you don't want to be having piles and piles of cash in the bank. That is not how you are able to actually create wealth. How you create wealth is using that money by investing it into other things, for example, like with real estate and also with commodities and of course cryptocurrency, and in terms of the stock market as well. Now you want to do your best in order to be able to make that money work for you and appreciate in value. Of course, there are a lot of things that come with this. There are many risks, but the higher that we have the risk, the better the reward. And so essentially what he is saying in this video is don't just be sitting on piles of cash, because that could potentially become defunct. Now, whilst it may be a conspiracy theory, you never know what exactly happens, because we are heading towards that CBDC. And so if you're not able to convert that into the new form of money, that means that your old cash is going to be essentially worthless. And so I thought that that was very important for you guys so that you can prepare in terms of the money that you have. Over here we have from Good Morning Crypto the XRPL AMM update, and David Schwartz is talking about the recent delay to the XRPL AMM. Let's take a look at this.
I think I can speak for everybody at Ripple when I say we would like the XRP ledger to evolve as quickly as possible and to add as many features as quickly as possible, but we would also like everything to be as safe as possible. We don't want to take any risks, right? I'm proud of the community. I know that like from the outside, sometimes, there's a saying that like people who like sausages and respect the law shouldn't watch either one being made. And we do this in public, like it's on Twitter, so everybody gets to watch the sausage being made, and sometimes it's not super pretty. And sometimes I have to, sometimes I'm like, oh, I wish that didn't happen. But I mean, overall, the process is pretty good. Like, everybody got to express their views, and things didn't always go the way that I thought was right, and that's good. I mean, imagine if the community always did whatever I said I wanted, or imagine if we had a secret cabal that just like decided on everything privately and then announced our results to the public. Like, that would be way worse. And would I like it to be less acrimonious and more like absolute polite and respectful? Maybe, but then there would be no passion. So, I just want to say, even though it has been contentious at times, and even though I know people like tempers have gotten a little heated in times, and but everybody got to see everything. And so I just want to say that I'm just proud of the way it happened, and I honestly can't really think of a better way overall. And I just hope that there isn't real acrimony. I hope that there aren't people who And why do they keep, like, we're doing what you're doing. We're advocating for what we believe and what we're passionate about. And there is a tension.
And so we will actually be looking at the numbers for the voting on this. But what David Schwartz is talking about is the XLS 30D amendment for the XRPL. Now, there was actually a date for this and when it will be launching. So the anticipated date was the 14th of February and it was going to be introduced into the AMM. However, what has happened now is that some validators have actually revoked their votes. I think it was either 2 or 3 validators that we have. And the reason as to why is because of the critical bug that was discovered in the AMM code. And it's basically an issue that was identified on the testing. And the bug affects the case where the trading fee is set below 0.01% in that case. So a few people have obviously been disappointed now that those validators have actually revoked their votes. However, I think that those validators have actually done right in their very own respects and opinions, especially when we have bugs like this. We shouldn't just be approving something when there's going to be a bug. I mean, again, with what David Schwartz has said over here, they want to make it the best, right? And so if we're going to have the best, we need that honest opinion. So when we take a look at this, you'll see for the launch, it now has been called off from the 14th of February because the threshold is at 28 over 35 votes, which means that the consensus is at 77.14% for the voting, which falls below that 80% that is needed in order to pass. And we're actually going to take a look at one of the validators who has basically explained their reason as to why they withdrew their vote. And so you'll see over here is because it goes against the best practices that we strive to uphold, and their concern lies in releasing a feature with a known issue. And while I understand the urgency and importance of implementing updates and improvements to the XRPL, adhering to rigorous standards of quality and reliability is essential. Releasing a feature with a known issue compromises the integrity of best practices and sets a dangerous precedent for future amendments. I mean, I definitely agree with this and what David Schwartz has said. Yes, we want to be adding quite a lot of updates to the XRPL AMM, but if we get pushbacks because we identify these issues and these bugs, then it only makes sense for that to happen. So whilst the launch has actually been called off for the 14th of February, we'd rather have the integrity being prioritized first rather than just approving it for the sake of approving it, and for also the fact that we know that there are issues as well. And you'll see over here that as an advocate for the XRPL and as an infrastructure provider, it is my responsibility to prioritize the stability and functionality of the ledger above all else. Rushing the implementation of a feature with known issues undermines my commitment to excellence and erodes trust among every ledger user. Well, isn't that right? Of course, that's what we have these validators for, is essentially meaning that we can build that trust. And if you're actually approving this in terms of the vote, then it takes away that trust in general. And so this is the reason as to why he cannot support the proposed amendment in its current form. And the next release that we have is scheduled for the 4th of March. A fix for the issue is already being reviewed. And to be honest with you, I would definitely say hats off to Daniel for actually saying this reason and for coming out quite clearly, because I definitely agree with him in terms of withdrawing your vote for these reasons, and very valid reasons as well. We are currently trading at 0.5138. We are up by 2.46% on the one-day chart. For the 24-hour volume, we are up by 6.26%, and we're trading at $916.3 million. So in the earlier hours of the morning for today, we were trading at 0.5168, so just below that 52 cents. Now on the 7-day chart, we are also in the green as well, which is quite nice to see. We are up by 4.25% on the one-day chart. You'll see over here we're making a nice recovery. Just yesterday we were trading at 50 cents at 0.5003. I mean, we've made that nice recovery now despite us actually hitting the 0.4995 mark where we went below 50 cents. Now I want to see if XRP coin is actually able to mirror what happened back over here on the 3rd of February where it went to 52 cents. On the 1-month chart, we are down by 8.9%, but again, just a lot of price stagnation that is happening over here. Let's see if we can get to 53 cents. It really shouldn't be that difficult now in the next coming days. Guys, if you want daily Ripple XRP coin news, subscribe to the channel and like the video as well.